O Mother Nui, stretch high above this valley. Your starry body is our glory. Then see the hawk of yonder Rahur quit, his fiery splendor, oh so mighty. He brings a light for all our weary souls. He makes the broken spirit whole.
So every few hours, your biology basically forces you to drop whatever you're doing, find food, and eat.
Right, which most of us just see as a mundane necessity.
Exactly. But in today's deep dive, we're looking at how the early 20th century occultist Aleister Crowley realized that hunger was actually like the ultimate psychological trigger.
Yeah, he used it as the foundation for a practice within his philosophical system, Thelema.
Yeah.
It basically transforms the incredibly ordinary act of eating into this really rigorous tool for ultimate spiritual focus.
Okay, let's unpack this, because if you think about the thelemic ritual of saying will, you might initially compare it to, saying grace before a meal.
Sure, on the surface.
Right. But instead of passively thanking an external deity, you are actively hacking your own psychology. You're aligning your literal cellular nourishment with your ultimate cosmic purpose.
It's fascinating because it completely rejects the traditional mind-body dualism we see in so many Orthodox traditions.
Yeah.
You aren't apologizing for your physical body or viewing it as a distraction.
Yeah.
You're actually recognizing it as the necessary engine for your spiritual trajectory.
And the mechanics of that meal, they start before you even take a single bite. It follows a very specific mathematical script, starting with a 3-5-3 battery of knocks. So that's 3 knocks, a pause, 5 knocks, another pause, and 3 knocks.
Right, and that isn't random. In the Kabbalistic tree of life, which Crowley drew heavily from, the universe is structured in 3 pillars.
Okay.
So you have 3 spheres on the left, 5 down the middle, and 3 on the right. By knocking in that 3-5-3 rhythm, you aren't just making noise, you are physically mirroring the architecture of the universe.
It's almost like dialing an area code before a phone number. That acoustic sequence tunes the mind's frequency to the specific cosmological structure he's invoking.
Precisely. And after the knocks, the script moves into this dialectic inquiry. The group asks, "What is thy will?" And the leader answers, "It is my will to eat and to drink."
Okay, pretty straightforward so far.
Then they ask, "To what end?" And the answer is, "That I may fortify my body thereby." They ask, "To what end?" one more time. And the final answer is, "That I may accomplish the great work." Then there's one single knock and the abrupt command, "Fall to."
Okay, but let me push back here for a second.
Sure.
Interrogating yourself like you're on the witness stand over a bowl of soup. I mean, doesn't that make daily life just exhaustingly serious?
I mean, yeah, it sounds really intense at first glance. But Crowley designed this to create what he called background concentration.
Background concentration.
Right. He realized that the human mind naturally defaults to entropy and distraction. If you can hijack the inescapable biological urge of hunger, you essentially train your brain to refocus on your ultimate goals every single time your stomach growls.
But, Crowley designed this for everyday life. If the goal is background concentration, you can't exactly pause to bang out a 3-5-3 rhythm on the table at a corporate cafeteria every time you grab a snack.
No, definitely not.
So how does this survive outside a private temple?
Well, practitioners use a silent adaptation. They project that 3-5-3 rhythm as internal silent pulses within the mind.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and they recite the script internally too. It preserves the esoteric function of the ritual interrupting that mundane mindset without violating any social norms. I mean, you could be sharing a pizza with coworkers entirely undetected.
Okay, here's where it gets really interesting. Because when you turn that spiritual focus into a mundane daily habit, like brushing your teeth, you actually strip away what Thelema calls the lust of result.
Yes, and that's the real genius of the habituation. When you first start any spiritual practice, there's always this desperate anxiety of, am I enlightened yet? Is it working?
Oh, absolutely.
The repetition just takes the ego out of it. You aren't obsessing over a magical outcome anymore. You're just executing the formula, consecrating the energy, and trusting the process.
So what does this all mean for you listening at home? Really, when you step back from the occult terminology, the psychology here is deeply practical for anyone.
It really is. The main takeaway is that no part of the human experience is inherently mundane.
Yeah, you can map this concept onto your own life, using your basic biological necessities as anchors for your grandest ambitions.
By refusing to let the mind drift during an everyday task, you build a bridge between your lowest physiological needs and your highest aspirations.
Which leaves us with a final thought to mull over. If you are forced to silently interrogate your own motivations before taking your next bite of food, asking yourself, to what end? What would your personal great work turn out to be?